happy birthday, Virgo. Welcome to your September 2015 Runescope with me. My name is Amanda. Let's see what your birthday month holds for you, Virgo. Do check out the video for your rising sign as well to give you some more information, and that can also sometimes clarify some things in this general sun sign reading for you. The only way to get a reading only for you and any specific issues you're dealing with personally is to schedule an appointment with me. I do those on Skype, and it's $65 for a 30-minute session. Drop me a line at the email address in this video or below this video if you want to set up an appointment. Just be sure and tap the little arrow beneath this video if you're on a mobile device, and it will open that details section. The email address is runescopes4you@gmail.com. I also wanted to mention that I will be offering another online rune class. It will be, this is the final one for this year. So if you haven't had a chance to sign up for any of the others, this final one will be November 2nd through December 7th. The deadline to sign up for that, if you would wish to do so, is October 29th. But you can go ahead and sign up whenever you want. So just get in touch with me at that same email address and we'll get you signed up. Also wanted to welcome all my new subscribers. We've had quite a few new subscribers over the last few months, so welcome, welcome. And if you do subscribe, you do get an update whenever I upload your video each month. So, so if you don't want to have to search for it, just click the subscribe button, the red button beneath this video, or there's also a link here in the video somewhere, I'm not sure where I'll put it, that you can click. But it does take you to the subscribe page, so make sure you're done with the video first before you click that, but then you can subscribe. But let's see, Virgo, what we've got going on here. I'm just gonna take this in for a minute, see what our focus is gonna be for September. I feel like a lot of you with the Eight of Pentacles coming up, there may be a lot of overtime, or you may be looking to make up for expenses or expenditures that came up in August. But I do feel like most of you, if you're not employed, you soon will be. You know, because this is a card of definitely working very hard, paying a lot of attention to details. Some of you may be kind of getting your finances in order. But yeah, you may be trying to recoup a loss, or you may be doing some research, trying to find out maybe the best person to do some work for you, maybe on your home. I'm seeing some renovations going on for some of you, or maybe even car repairs. Some of you may be looking into a big expenditure, and you're doing your research in September so that you're not vulnerable financially. Now, those of you who are looking for work, it's definitely a month to kind of hit the pavement or hit the lines if you're looking online, because it does seem like you will find something that is something you're already skilled at for most of you, because the Eight of Pentacles does talk about, you know, being very skilled at your work, having that attention to detail, and it is something that, you know, it's very Virgo, the Eight of Pentacles, that card, because it's all about organization and that, you know, paying attention to the small, finer points of a project or a situation. But yeah, some of you, I feel like if there has been a big expenditure, which is certainly possible as Venus has been retrograde, and I believe she turns direct on September 6th. You'll want to check with your favorite astrologer here on YouTube to make sure that's correct. But around that date, she finally moves forward, because Venus does rule love and money. So if you found that you had a big payment or something come up towards the end of August there, Virgo, it does seem like you'll be able to recoup those costs in September. Or maybe you'll be working overtime, you'll be taking on more clients to make up for something. And I feel like kind of that's the key also. If something comes up in September that's kind of a big expense, you'll be like, okay, well, we can go ahead and do that, but then I can, you know, work overtime or find a way to recoup those losses. Now, some of you may just be finding a position in September that, you know, will get you out of a situation where you're being underpaid, because we have Fehu here in the reverse, so that always talks about either a big expenditure or a money loss of some sort. If you are kind of looking into a riskier venture, that's not very Virgo-esque, but perhaps if you have a rising sign in fire or a lot of fire in your chart and are more of a risk-taking Virgo, this is just encouraging that you really, really get all of your ducks in a row, all of your details, you know, in a row before you make any investments or take any risks financially. Also see something going on for a lot of you involving family. There may be a family event with the Ten of Cups. Maybe this is your birthday. There's a coming together, a celebration with family. And some of you may be having a surprise party, and you may not know that someone's throwing you a surprise party, but you kind of have a feeling. Somebody, maybe your spouse or someone close to you, your mom, may be asking you some rather leading questions that kind of leads you to venture a guess that maybe something is going on regarding your birthday. But whatever else is going on in the month, Virgo, with the Ten of Cups and the card of Bjork and Othel, you're definitely going to be feeling good, celebrating your birthday, having a good time with those closest to you. And that's going to be a very good night, whatever date your birthday happens to fall on. I feel like the celebrations are going to be a lot of fun. There may be also some additional news coming to this, as this could be the celebration also of a wedding or a birth, or definitely some big family event. But the Ten of Cups talks about emotional completion, feeling emotional satisfaction, and feeling loved, quite frankly. So I do feel that there's going to be a lot of excitement going into that. Now, some of you may be looking to buy a home or dealing with property. That could be how maybe this research is coming in for some of you, because we do have the Rune of real estate coming up. And there may be some connections or ties to the past with this. So maybe you're investing in real estate, or maybe you thought about it before, but now in September, a new opportunity crops up. For some of you, maybe you're just looking to move, and you want to make sure that you're not spending too much or getting into a situation that's kind of maybe in over your head as far as like what would be going out to pay for the property as opposed to what you're bringing in per month. So yeah, that could have something to do with this. Real estate, property developments, that sort of thing. But I feel like for whatever reason, the property is connected to the celebration card. So that's very well started as long as you do your research, Virgo. I feel like you will be very happy with the way this turns out. Now, the help that's going to be available to you. I do feel like with the Page of Swords coming up, any unexpected developments in regards to money or property or that sort of thing, it's going to be a help to you. So I feel like if there is, for instance, any sort of finer details or small print that you didn't notice, you will get an advance warning about this. So any sort of disruption or surprise, you're kind of gonna get an inkling. Now, this could also just be talking about a surprise birthday party. Like, you kind of, if somebody's gonna be planning something like that for you, you kind of have an idea. Now, they may even be planning it at your house. So that's another way that can work with the property rune there. But yeah, I do feel like as often this rune and this card coming up together with the rune of the unexpected and the rune of either missed opportunities or not putting in the effort necessary. Again, these are coming up in the help position. So I feel like any opportunities that you feel that you maybe have missed out on in September, they actually were a good thing to miss out on, because again, maybe there was something hidden from you, or it was going to cost more than you were willing to spend, or it was going to end up being not a good investment. Same with property or home. If there was a house you really wanted and that deal falls through, or there's something unexpected that comes up with it, you're finding out for a reason. It's so you can kind of prevent this turning into more of a loss than a gain for you. So yeah, just pay attention to those things. And when we do have our heart set on something, and if we find it, like a house, for instance, and we find out that maybe something is wrong with it, and something that we didn't know, and it's going to cost too much to fix, just know that this is happening for a reason. It's giving you the chance to at least make an informed decision. Now, what can't be changed in September, Virgo? I do feel like some of you, I do have the rune of travel, of shifts, of changes. So again, I feel like a lot of this disruption may be coming up around a vehicle. So some of you might be having some costs associated with car, with travel. There may be a trip that you had planned to take that something happens and you're unable to do it, maybe because of work, or because, you know, you had to spend money on something else, so now you don't have as much money for a trip. There may be something that has to be postponed that is a disappointment, or a delay or disruption around something needing to be repaired, fixed, whatever, that is a disruption to your plans. And some of this, again, may be associated with travel, with moving, or with a vehicle. So those of you, I mean, if you have any lights or anything weird going on with your vehicle, Virgo, definitely go ahead and take it into the shop. I mean, I don't want you to get stranded anywhere or get involved in an accident or anything, you know, due to putting off taking this in. Definitely September is not a month for you guys to mess around with that, not with these runes coming up. But yeah, unfortunately, I do see with the Two of Swords in reverse, something you weren't aware of, you weren't seeing. Okay, this can also kind of mean, like, say it is your car and you've been hearing kind of a weird noise that you just turn the radio up, which is what I do sometimes. September's not the month to do that, because the Two of Swords in reverse can mean that, you know, something you may have been ignoring, it has to be dealt with in September, and you don't really have a choice. So it is kind of pushed to the forefront. But again, like I said, anything that feels like a missed opportunity, it isn't necessarily. It's actually saving you something in the long run. So, I mean, maybe whatever needs to be fixed, if it is still using the example of a car, it doesn't have to be, this could be anything. But most likely, I'm feeling like a large purchase. So either a home or a trip that you have to cancel. I mean, maybe it's gonna be better that you're not away at this time. But yeah, for example, using the car as a for instance, say that, you know, yes, there's something that's a big expenditure, but if you had waited and ignored it, it would be even more down the line. So, I mean, it is a help to you, even though it may be hard to see that in the moment, Virgo. But really what I'm seeing, you have a lot of protection around you and luck surrounding you. So, but I mean, even with that, I wouldn't take chances with the car stuff. I would definitely get it into the shop and find out what's wrong with it sooner rather than later. But you do have a lot of protection guarding you, but that may be manifesting in September in some unexpected delays or unexpected disruptions to your plans or to your budget. But it is in the long run best for you, even though it may be delaying some things that you wanted to get done or some plans you wanted to move forward on. By the end of September, with the Magician card, you are really feeling back in control. So whatever is disruptive in September, you got some real high moments. And I do think it is kind of mundane type stuff, you know, or just, you know, those little snafus, those little irritants we have to deal with in life. But with the Ten of Cups and the Magician coming up here, along with these fabulous runes around your birthday, I think you're going to have a fantastic celebration, no matter what, you know, in what capacity you choose to celebrate that. You're going to have a very good time. And, you know, I do think you should do something. I always tell everybody, you know, that's your special time each year. So definitely, even if it's just on a small scale, make sure you celebrate it. Maybe just celebrate even at home with your family. You know, that'll be great fun too. But the Magician card is a card of great power. It means that, you know, you have the power to overcome any obstacles, and not only that, but to create and manifest. Because the Magician is the start of something new. So these disruptions do seem to be around something new coming at the end of the month. So anything that falls away or that's not going to work out, it's going to give way to something new, or a new journey that you are beginning or are meant to begin by the end of September. And you will have everything that you need to overcome any obstacles and make this happen. So that is what I see for you in September, Virgo. Happy birthday again, and I'll see you back here in October.